And through the span of DC Universe Wave 16, we've progressively gone through each figures that make up the line as a whole. We've also taken our pieces that make up Bane, and we've quickly, well, not quickly, I've done all these reviews together, but as you've been watching it, we've been progressively putting together the pieces that make up Bane. Now that he is done, today's toy spot, we are now going to be looking at the completed Bane, and I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the line as a whole. So now we've got Bane complete. We've got Bane now put together. If we hark back to the very beginning in some of my earlier videos, as painful as they are to watch, for those that actually watched my review of the DC Superheroes Bane, the one thing I said during that video is why, I wish, I kind of prayed, I had the fingers crossed, I said I wish that they would actually make a Collect and Connect Bane, or I wish they would make a more, because there was no such thing back then, but they would make a better articulated Bane, or I wish they would make a better Bane. And I think I commented too that they should make a Doomsday. He hasn't happened yet, but finally we got ourselves a DC Universe Bane. It was well worth the wait, I gotta say. This Bane is incredible. I really wish I had my DC Superheroes Bane with me. I've packed him away somewhere. But I wish I could have compared the two together, because certainly it is night and day. The one biggest problem with the Bane from the DC Superheroes was, first of all, that he had a pre-sculpted crouch. His legs were permanently kind of bent. I'm going to kind of illustrate. They kind of look like that. And it kind of made the figure, first of all, shorter than what he should have been. And for poses and stuff like that, made him pretty much next to impossible to do anything with. This Bane certainly does not have that issue at all. He's articulated like any other Collect and Connect and any other DC Universe figure. The detailing is incredible on him. I have to commend Mattel for giving us a fully masked Bane. If you've followed Bane like I have throughout the many incarnations of Bane, while we have gotten masked Banes, I mean certainly in the Justice League, the Batman animated series Bane continuity, Bane had an open mouth, which was alright, but I'm glad when they decided to give us a Collect and Connect Bane that they went right back to square one. They went right back to the drawing board and gave us the way Bane originally looked. Very menacing with the full white and black mask. It is awesome. He's got himself the clear rubbery tube that supplies his body with the venom. He's also got himself the little control device down below here. Some of the points that I have to mention too that I really like. I like the fact that both his gloves and his boots, I know I've said his boots already, but I like the fact that his boots are shiny. That kind of shiny black kind of gives him that real kind of, it does kind of make it look like real boots. It's not like it's just this matte coloring. I also like the fact that he's got the rubbery straps. That's not just a piece of molded plastic to the upper torso. But a very solid figure, a very solid Collect and Connect figure. I can already tell you, I already have a soft spot for Bane, but this Bane is right at the top of the list for my favorite Collect and Connect pieces, or Collect and Connect figures that have been released through this entire series of DC Universe. And in the way of Bane's articulation, Bane's got the ball-jointed head. He's got the pin and socket joint shoulders. He's got the swivel in the bicep. You got a single bend in the elbow. You got rotation in the hands. I also like the fact that his hands are clenched closed. To me, that only adds to the sheer might and menacing posterior, I'm just adding stuff here, of Bane. It just definitely makes the figure look much more menacing. He has a swivel in the bicep, or the swivel in the waist. He's got a mid-torso bend. He's got his legs that bend out, back and forth. A rotation in the thigh, a bend at the knee, a rotation in the boot, and a bend at the foot. But there you have Bane. Now, unfortunately, I don't have my DC encyclopedia. I know the last little while when I've been doing Collect and Connect figures, I've usually gone back and read the biography on the character. Unfortunately, I have to kind of leave it off of the review of Bane here because now that I've moved, I have no idea where I've got some of that stuff. I'm going to have to go through and see if I can dig out those books. But definitely, I love this Bane. This Bane, not only, let's first of all give him a rating. This Bane, I'm going to gotta do it, giving him a 10. This Bane gets a solid 10. He doesn't have a lot going for him. He's very basic in design. But everything that he does really, really well. So Bane gets a 10. Also, I'm officially adding Bane to the Review Spot Hall of Fame. I have to do it. I have to do it. I knew the moment that they would release this guy, he was going to make the Hall of Fame, and he does. So right after this review, I'm actually going to add this guy down below. Make it official, Hall of Fame. So there you go. There's Bane out of the way. A fantastic figure, well worth getting the set just to put this guy together. So now that we've done that, I want to go through and I just want to talk about the line as a whole. This was a very solid wave, Wave 16. For any Batman fan, especially this guy right here, this was a wave to definitely pick up. My favorite figures, of course, aside from Bane here, my favorite figures from this line, I'll actually do these in order here. The first figure I have to say as a favorite of mine in this wave was this guy right here. The Robin with, for my way of thinking, like the later 70s, 80s style head. I called him Dick Grayson. Of course, there was the other Robin, which I'm sure I'll still get flack for. I know he's not Jason Todd, but he's definitely... I definitely prefer this Robin over the other one, but I'm glad to have gotten both Robins. So, by the way, you can also see the considerable height difference between the two, which I really, really like as well. But Robin is definitely, for me, the must-have figure of this wave. The next in line, it's got to be this guy right here, Riddler. Yes, maybe not the best body mold. They could have gone something a little thinner. But I'm going to have to say Riddler is definitely the second best figure of this wave. The next one, if I reach out a camera here, is the Nightfall, I guess more so the Night Quest, Night End Azrael Batman. You know what? I'll just have to hold them. These three figures for me made this line. The Jonah Hex was good. Maybe not being a Jonah Hex fan as much. I don't know if I would necessarily put him as high up there. The Creeper was also good. I would say if I had to do the fourth, I probably would throw Creeper there. Near the bottom of the list, I would say, is this guy here, Mercury. For no other reason than the fact I just don't follow Metal Man at all. I don't know very much about the character, but he is still a really good figure, and I'm not gonna take anything away from him. Mercury is a nice figure. He's definitely not part of my top three, though. Again, the top three, got to go Robin, Riddler, and finally Azrael Batman. So there you go, guys. That wraps up DC Universe Wave 16. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching the reviews. I certainly have had a great time reviewing these. This has been one of my favorite waves to review, and I'm very glad to finally get this guy. To get Bane as a Collect and Connect, little tear. I'm just going to wipe it away. I'm not really crying, but thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking around and watching these reviews. And there are more spots on the way, so fear not, there is more to come. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later.